Hello, everyone. This is Carlin Aguilera Fort, Superintendent of Schools in the Oxnard School District. Today, I want to share with you another update about the process for reopening schools in the new school year 2020-2021. Even though the plan is moving forward, I want to clarify that these may change depending on new decisions and or new guidelines established by the Center for Disease Control, the Department of Education of the State of California, the Ventura County Public Health Department, and or the Ventura County Office of Education. Those entities will be determining what are the next steps for the reopening of schools at the state and at the local level. Oxnard School District continues with the planning, moving ahead, establishing that we are opening schools for every single student in our district, August 19th of 2020. Here are few areas of work that we are developing right now. One is connected with instruction, and families will have two instructional options. One is the hybrid model, meaning students will have the opportunity to come to the classroom and learn in the classroom 2 days per week, and will be conducting distance learning from home 3 days a week. We'll have a cohort A and cohort B. Cohort A will come to school Monday and Tuesday. Cohort B will come to school Thursday and Friday. Wednesday will be a distance learning day. The other option that families will have is full-time distance learning. We will provide specific details related to full-time distance learning as we continue developing the plans. We want to make sure that you know that these are the two options that families will have and that staff will be enacting. We will communicate with you what is the process that we are going to put in place so that families share with us what is their option. That is coming within the next 2 weeks. Another component related to instruction is that the design of our program meets the required instructional minutes. That is an aspect that we must follow because those are guidelines established already by the Department of Education of the State of California, and we must implement them. Could you stop it right there so I can get up?
Go.
Another aspect of instruction is that we'll have in-person learning, as I stated before, when the students come to school those 2 days. We'll have synchronous and asynchronous learning and independent work. Still, I know you have questions about physical education and recess. Because those two areas require more planning, we are still in the process of developing the plan for that. As soon as we determine how that will take place, you will know. And one of the objectives of this weekly communication is to make sure that you are updated, and physical education and recess will be part of the communication that is coming up. Now, all the learning needs to happen in the classrooms, so I want to share with you what we are working in terms of facilities. We are making sure that we will increase air ventilation and circulation. Every school will have hand sanitizing stations. Every classroom space and furniture will be arranged so that we can reduce contact and exposure. So classrooms will have more space so that the interactions between students and teachers are safe and we ensure protection. That means we will have less desks in the classroom and all the other miscellaneous furniture will be moved out of the classrooms. Many of our families benefit and many of our students benefit from the meal distribution in our schools. So nutrition services will continue providing the meals to our students. The plan is to have cold breakfast served in the classroom. Students will have a choice of liquid at the gate, and then they will have dry food in the classroom. That will also reduce the possibility of exposure. For lunch, there is a pre-packed lunch that contains cold, dry items and a drink. We want to make sure that all of the students that are benefiting from the meal services will continue receiving the service in a very safe environment. With regards to human resources and staff, we are making sure that every single staff member is screened in a daily basis. We are also training our staff so that everyone will follow the health and safety guidelines and requirements. We will start that process so that by the beginning of the school year, every single staff member will be trained and will have that information. Another key component is the conversation and the agreements that we have to have with our labor partners that represent the different staff constituencies that we have in the district. Therefore, we must establish memorandum of understanding with each bargaining unit so that we all are in agreement about what will be our responsibility and how each one of us is enacting the plan. So we partner with them so that your child can receive the education and the service that we must provide. With regards to transportation, we are committed to continue providing transportation to the students whose IP, individualized educational plan, in the special ed service arena, continue receiving those services. So for sure, any student whose IP state that transportation is one of the services, those students will receive that service. However, we are still planning for what transportation may look like for students in general ed and in other programs other than special ed. As soon as we determine what will be the plan and what is the decision made in this area, we will communicate with you. Right now, for sure, students in special ed that receive transportation will continue with those services. All of this work needs equipment and needs tools. So the tools that we actually are already purchasing and or acquiring are the following. We are getting cloth mask for staff and for students. We'll have gloves, plexiglass in specific areas of the school in which the protection and the space is needed. There are certain classrooms that serve a specific population of students that will need that, and we are making sure that those are provided. Every school will have portable hand washing stations. Every school and every district office will be equipped with thermometers and disinfecting wipes. We are already purchasing and acquiring all of these products that I just mentioned. There will be more, and as we identify them, we will be sharing those with you. With regards to technology, we are committed to providing an iPad to every student from grades K through 8. We are still defining how we are going to address the needs of the students in TK and what will be the best way of teaching TK students, whether we use the iPads or not, and that's a work in progress. And you will know about it because once we make that decision, we will share those with you. For today, this is the update that I wanted to share with you. We want to make sure that in a weekly basis, you will receive the information. Staff, families, and community members, so that you know that even though we don't have all the answers right now, we are developing the plan. And we are working as we speak. We have members of the Oxnard School District team planning so that every single student will be receiving the educational services that the district must provide. We want to ensure that staff is informed. We want to ensure that families are informed as well. If you have any suggestion and questions, please share those with us. Our website has a link in which you can connect and provide us with that input or share those questions with the team. We may be able to respond and to address each one of them, and some of them we may not, but we will do our best to address questions and suggestions. Thank you. We continue partnering with you, and as we plan, we will be sharing this information in a weekly basis. Thank you again.